day when we were, walking behind you in office, you
Yeah.
stopped and you gave us that sweet gesture of telling us that you will give us an interview someday. So
Yeah.
after that, I went on to read the book, The Diary of a Cricketer's Wife, where
Oh, okay.
Pooja has mentioned that
Yeah.
you never say no to anyone, and even if the request is made by a stranger, you will go that
Yeah.
extra mile. And there was one line which I found very interesting, sir. He doesn't know how
Yeah.
to relax, but he's always at peace. Is
Yeah.
that the best description of you? Is that the best description of you, sir?
Sorry, is that the?
Best description of a characteristic of you?
Yeah, definitely. I would say so because
Yeah,
one has to be at peace. At
yeah,
the same time, every person has different way of relaxation.
definitely.
But mentally having that peace of mind is very important for any human being, not just a
Yes.
sports person, but any human being.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world where things are moving fast, so
Yes.
there are a lot of things happening at the same time.
Hmm, hmm.
So it's important to have that control over your mind,
Yeah.
to be at peace, because you get multiple thoughts in a day,
Yeah.
and it's never easy to control your thoughts, but it's
Yeah.
also important you work towards it and try and
Yeah.
get better at it, because no one is perfect and no one is
Yes.
going to be at peace all the time.
Yeah.
But when you have difficult situation, when you have pressure situation,
Yeah.
you should know how to deal with it.
Great.
So yeah, I would say that Puja has done a great job the
Yeah.
way she has described things
Yes.
in the book.
Yeah.
And even sorry, just to interrupt,
Yeah.
she's here with me, so
Oh,
we
great.
it's on speaker. So we both of us will do this interview, so that in case if you want to ask her
Sure,
any
sure, sure.
questions.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just switched to Pooja ma'am if she is there. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, I
Good
just want
morning. Yeah.
to check with you what prompted you to write this book, ma'am? As in,
A lot of things. One is Cheteshwar is not quite, like he's
yeah,
an introverted personality, and
yeah,
you know, he doesn't open up easily,
yeah,
and he likes to keep to himself.
yeah,
But the essence of writing this book was the story
yeah,
and the sacrifices, the hardships
yes,
that the family has gone through,
yeah, yeah,
even when there was no guarantee for success.
yes,
Is phenomenal in the sense it's so inspiring that any person,
hmm,
no matter what career you want to pick, you
yeah,
can take the book, you read it, and you will be inspired.
of course,
You will have a pathway to, if you want to succeed in life,
yeah,
then what are the things that one needs to do?
yeah,
And it shows that it's like the success is like a tip of the iceberg, but it
yes,
shows the iceberg itself as to how many hurdles you have to cross
yeah,
in order to achieve that success, and there are no shortcuts. And Cheteshwar's life story is a prime example of that.
hmm,
That is why I thought I should, like the world should know,
yeah,
even though, it would be very difficult for him to put his story out there,
of course,
because he wouldn't be comfortable sharing.
hmm,
But I was inspired, and I just thought that, it's important to tell the story,
yeah,
not for any other reason, but only so that,
hmm, hmm,
even if five people can be inspired and, they can make,
of
um,
course,
you know, you know, changes in their life,
hmm, hmm, hmm,
and attain whatever they want
yeah,
in life, then, you're making a difference.
great,
And that was the whole idea.
great. And was he actively involved in the writing of the book, ma'am? As in, did you go back and forth with
No,
him?
yeah.
No.
No, not at
Okay,
all. He was not actively involved. In
okay,
fact, like he's been traveling for
yeah,
his matches and his thing for all the time.
yeah,
In fact, only when the book was like 80-85% complete, and we had
okay,
actually
huh.
kind of like finalized that this is going to be the entire summary or anecdotes of what we are going to include, is
Great,
when I kind of gave him to read the book and to kind of understand that this is what's going to go out there.
great,
But from the word go, we were completely on board that I get the complete autonomy to do whatever I want, or do write whatever I want,
yeah,
because you can't do it in fragments.
yeah,
Like you can't just show good picture and not
of course,
the raw side of it. It
hmm,
doesn't give the essence, and there's no relatability to the characters.
yeah,
Even though it's non-fiction, you can't relate to it, and if you can't relate to it, you will not be inspired.
great,
So
yes,
the idea was very simple,
yeah,
to just put ourselves out there in the unfiltered version,
yeah,
and then give it to the audience to judge what they feel is right and what they make out of the story.
Great. I have just gone through the first few chapters and it's very interesting. I'm not saying this to, flatter someone on the other side of the call, but I found it really interesting the way you described your first meeting and all that. Has he changed, ma'am? Has he changed as a person from that man you met in that room at his uncle's place? Has he changed
Yeah.
in any way?
Yes, definitely. We both have grown. We
Yeah.
both have grown because, see, that is the only thing as humans we have, that
Yeah.
you have to grow, change, and grow.
Yeah.
So we have not changed as people, nor he has changed as a person, nor I have, but we have grown together.
Great.
Some things that he was very closed about, some things that he was very rigid about.
Yeah.
He's kind of he has opened up and he's trying, he's open to the possibility of trying new things.
Yeah.
I have made great changes in my life.
Uh-huh.
And it is not because he forced me to make changes, or it's not because I forced him to make those changes.
Yeah.
It's just as a couple, when you, when you feel inspired, you want to level up.
Yeah.
And that is the entire, and you can see, even if you read the entire book, you'll be
Yeah.
able to see the growth of both of our characters in order to pursue the right things and be influenced by each other's positivity in a way that it is not forced upon you. You want to do it because you feel that you want to match up to your partner.
Great.
Yeah.
Cheteshwar sir, as in like you spoke about the finding mental peace in this, difficult, as in this world with a lot of distractions. How did you get that part when in your game? Like we've all heard of stories about you practicing with your father, hitting those thousands of balls in the nets. But did you do something special to get this mental side of things work? As in, we have always been amazed by the concentration levels that you showed. Was there any special things done for the mental aspect of things?
Yeah, one is just to start off with the cricketing aspect.
Yeah.
When I was very young, my father ensured that when I was practicing with a purpose.
Yes.
There was no distraction allowed during my practice session. There was no conversations which were allowed during my practice sessions.
Right.
So I had to be completely focused when I was batting. There was nothing else where, even if I wanted to speak to the bowler or if I wanted to have a word with someone who was there, he ensured that I didn't have any conversation, and my entire focus has to be on the game or the practice session.
Yeah.
So that started at an early age. After that, I kept on playing so many matches. So when you start playing too many, I can't say too many, but enough matches, because match practice is very important in this game.
Of course.
So when you keep on playing matches at a younger age, that also teaches you how to concentrate, how to be on top of your game.
Yeah.
Now talking about the other aspects, like what did I do apart from cricket to get that mental toughness? So my mother was the one who taught me to pray every day, whether I'm playing, whether I'm not playing. That was part of my daily routine, and the prayer routine helped me to channelize my energy. Also, when you are praying, you get positive thoughts. And apart from that, after a while, when I was 19, 20, that's when I started learning yoga and breathing exercises.
Great.
So I can say since last 7 to 10 years, I've been doing yoga and breathing exercises regularly, as often as possible. And that is something which has helped me control my thoughts, try and focus on my breathing, try and have that mental peace whenever it's needed.
Great. And was it, as in, like, I wanted to ask you this question for a long time, sir. Did you love the sport? Did you when you were a kid, or was it something that was forced upon you?
No, I always loved this sport. One of the reasons is my father used to play cricket. He has played first-class cricket for Saurashtra. My grandfather also used to play cricket. When there was even Ranji Trophy wasn't invented. Maharajas only used to play cricket at that time.
Yes.
So my grandfather also used to play the sport.
Okay.
So from an early age, I used to see my father and my grandfather, go to the grounds. As a kid, I used to walk with them, see other players play this sport. And that's how the passion started. And when I was 4 or 5 years old, even as a kid, even in my house, I used to play with a plastic bat and a softball. I was very passionate about the game at an early age. I was never forced into the game, and I loved the game from a very young age, because I started learning this game with a cricket ball when I was 7, 8 years old. So that's the time when I decided, yes, I want to learn this game. I want to play cricket as often as possible. But there was a turning point in my cricketing journey when I was 12 years old. That's the first time when I got a major break being part of the Saurashtra team. And when I played for Saurashtra for the first time, that's in first game I ended up scoring 306. Which became a national record. And that's when I decided, yes, I can become a professional cricketer, because till then it was just a passion and love for the game. But there is a time where you have to decide that, can I play this sport professionally? And that's the time when I decided, yes, I can carry on playing cricket.
Great. Pujama, as in like being a partner of a sportsman, as in like it's not going to be easy. Like he might have mood swings, he might have ups and downs in his every day and his career. How difficult or how interesting was it to deal with it, and how did you deal with that all through the years?
See, you have your highs and lows, even if you have any profession that you pick. But when your career is really demanding, there's a lot of public scrutiny.
Yes.
Because it is a loved sport in India.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, but then you have to also understand the highs are really, really high.
Yes.
And, the lows they hit you hard. So over a period of time, you tend to get used to it, in the sense that you don't try and, ride on any of it with too much emotion.
Yes.
It humbles you. The losses humbles you, and you also you know that, okay, today is a good day, but it may not be the same tomorrow. So you don't let it affect your personal life. By personal life, what I mean is the equation between the two of us. When he comes home, he is just a regular partner, regular, like a normal son to his dad. He does not come home as a cricketer. He comes home as a son to his father. He comes home as a husband to me. So while there is a lot of like the aura outside is very pumped up either way, right? But when he's home, he is just who he is. And his demeanor at home, he never had that attitude of, oh, I'm someone. So that actually helped us a lot to, it was a very easy path for both of us, like his dad and me, to kind of navigate. Even now for our child, he's not been that person. But coming to it, sometimes it gets to you, but over a period of time, you tend to learn, because see, when you say that, okay, the lows are bad, and there's some, you have to also understand that when you receive that love and when you receive that adulation, how you appreciate it. In the same way, you have to also be humbled by the way some things are when it's not right for you.
Great.
So the ultimate purpose, and we've always discussed this, that nothing changes. Whatever happens on the outside, it happens on the outside. At home, we are who we are, and the profession becomes secondary, and while his priority when he's on tours and all is cricket, but when he's home, the priority is he doesn't talk cricket. He doesn't. That doesn't mean we don't follow the necessary things or routines in order for him to succeed. But at the same time, we keep it very, very
compartmentalized,
grounded, and very simple as we possibly can.
Great. They all tell us, don't bring work home, but it's difficult at times, right?
Yeah, it is difficult. It is very difficult after having a hard day at work, to not bring it home. But that is a conscious effort that we make. And when I say, when he doesn't bring his work home, it's also important for me as a partner to not kind of, because his work is out there in the public. Like, some people have a bad day at work, you will not know until and unless they blurt it out.
Exactly.
But if he's had a bad day, it's out there for everyone to see. At the same time, I also know, I also have to have that patience, and that I have to give him that room of, to let him settle, to let him be at peace, and not kind of poke him in the sense that because there are already so many things going on. When you have had a bad day, there are already so many things that you want to improvise on. There are only so many things that you want to change. There are so many things that you want to forget. But when you come home, you need to give that space to a person for them to grow. And sometimes it can just be being silent. Sometimes it can, if he's asking for help, sometimes it can just be focusing on recovery for the next day. It depends on what the situation is and what is the demand of the hour. You can't really put a finger to it that this is the same process that will work for me every single day. There's not a manual. Humans we operate in very different ways. Some days, you want to get your frustration out. Some days you just want quiet. Some days it does not affect you, even though, outside noise may be a lot more. In the same way, as a partner, all one can do is try and understand the pace of the situation, understand the scenario, and be in present and not be affected by what happened in the past and not think too much about future.
Cheteshwar, as in you've had many great partnerships with several of your teammates, but have you had a moment to reflect on the partnership that you have had with your father and your wife, and maybe had a moment reflected and told them how much they meant to you?
Well, I'm not an expressive person, so maybe not many times I would have told them, but they do understand that what it means. There are times where I would have mentioned also, but not as much as someone else would have. But they know that how much it means to me, because if I'm a successful cricketer, it is thanks to my parents, my wife, my family members, because everyone has played a role in my cricketing journey, and I'm always thankful to them. Also, in the book, Puja has mentioned my spiritual guru, Harichandas Maharaj, who has supported me since I was a kid. I used to go with my mom to him, and his advice, not just cricketing matters, but even in my personal life, has made a huge impact. And I've been following him since I was young. And even my Masi, she was also on a spiritual path, and she used to stay with my Guruji at the ashram. So even her guidance has been very helpful in my life and in my cricketing journey. So who I am today, it's not just because of what I have done on the field, but because the people who has helped me throughout my journey, and I would again like to thank them for their contributions throughout my life.
Great. Sir, it was not like you played domestic cricket and you were immediately picked for the senior national team. There was a hard grind there also, and you had your share of knee injuries before you kind of made your debut as well. So all that combined, when you were told that, okay, you would probably be replacing someone like Rahul Dravid at number 3. In fact, in your very second innings of Test cricket, you came ahead of Dravid and you made that significant contribution. Was it daunting ever when you anticipated that you might have to one day replace someone like that who has occupied that number 3 spot for a long time?
No, I never see when I made my debut. I never thought that I'll end up batting at number 3. Because firstly, when I was picked in the squad, I wasn't even sure whether I will get to play in the 11. I only got an opportunity because Lakshman Bhai he was injured and he couldn't play the Test match at Bangalore. So that's the reason I made my debut. And I started as number 5 batter, and then second innings I was promoted at number 3. But even going forward, I never knew that I'll be batting at number 3. It happened organically because Rahul Bhai retired and there was a vacancy at number 3 spot. So I started batting there. But when I was playing for Saurashtra, or even when I was playing when I made my debut, I never thought that I'll be batting at number 3, and I never had that thought that I'll be replacing Rahul Bhai. There was no question about that because I have, even in my initial years, I have always told whenever I was asked this question whether because my technique is quite similar to Rahul Bhai, will I be replacing him? And I always told that I want to play along with him. I want to learn, and that is what happened. I got an opportunity to play along with Rahul Bhai. I've learned so many things from him. And after that, I batted at number 3. So I have never considered myself as a replacement, because Rahul Bhai is a great player who has scored more than 10,000 runs in Test cricket, even in the ODI format. I'm just fortunate enough to be compared, but at the same time, every player has their individuality, and one has to stick to that. And I've always tried doing that, because there might be many similarities, but at the same time, you have to play your natural game.
Great. And Cheteshwar sir, you were also part of that early transition period that happened after the greats, as in that batch of greats, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, and VVS Lakshman went out. How difficult was that phase, or how easy was that phase when it comes to transition? And we are seeing a similar phase now. So, what are the things that we need to keep in mind when we are going through a transition phase?
Look, when we were part of the squad, the transition had just began.
Yes.
And the good part was we got enough opportunity to be in the squad, while senior players like Rahul Bhai, Sachin Paji, VVS Lakshman, Gautam Gambhir, Virendra Sehwag, MS Dhoni, all of them were there, and they always guided us. So even before the journey started, there was enough, enough advice or enough guidance which was out there. Now, currently, I feel that yes, there is players. Some players are experienced enough, but at the same time, you don't have senior players in the team at the moment. So things can be a bit challenging for this current team. But at the same time, there is a lot of potential in the current team. So they will have to work hard. It's the transition phase is never easy. And even when we, at least I can talk for myself. When I made my debut, senior players were around. I played for a year and a half, or almost a couple of years with the players. So I learned so many things, and then the players slowly started retiring. So we had, I was fortunate enough to play for first 3 years when senior players were already there in the squad.
Great. So can I take a couple more minutes? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sure. Puja ma'am, I just wanted to ask this question to Pujara sir, but I know what his answer will be, so I'm asking this to you. Like, if there is one thing that probably he would want to change, or you would you would have wanted to see him change during his career, what that would have been? Is there anything like that, or is it all perfect till now?
We don't have any regrets, but like, given a choice, if you want to change something, I think he would just play multiple formats, because he felt he would have it, and records speak for itself. It's not like he feels so, and that's why. But I think he would have wanted to play all the formats, because he was good at it. Even now, his list A average is amongst one of the highest so he would want to play multiple formats. We don't have any regrets per se, and when he never compromised on when he was given the Test cricket specialist tag. While he understood and he was working hard towards playing the ODI format and the T20 format, he did not try and do something because of which even the Test spot would be at a thing. So while it is important to make your case and you do it, he respected the format for which it was. In Test cricket, he never felt that he should play an ODI innings or try and hit attractive shots so that he gets selected in the So he respected the format for what it was. And in List A, like anytime he played domestic cricket or county cricket, where he had the opportunity to play 50 over format, he played the format in the way it should have been played, rather than just to make a case and to get into one of the T20 leagues or IPL thing. He did not try and change his original this thing, which is he wanted to stay true to his job, which was given to him, and that was representing the country. But I'm sure, like, he would also say the same thing, as he would have wanted, given a choice, he would have wanted to show given the opportunity, he would have wanted to showcase his skills at the limited overs cricket as well.
Great. Cheteshwar, as in, like, you were one of the finest test batters of the generation, of the curve, to have ever come out. But did you like that tag? Like ma'am said, did you like that tag of a test cricket specialist?
Well, you always enjoy playing this test format. But if you are just tagged as a test player, then sometimes it's not the right tag to give it to someone who has the potential to play different formats. So just while I enjoy playing test format, and for me the priority has always been test format. But if you are just tagged for a particular format, then you never sort of you do like it in a way where yes, people are appreciating that you are talented enough to play the purest format of the game, but at the same time, this can be perceived in a negative way where when you are tagged as a test player, you don't get enough opportunity to play at the white ball.
Yeah. Great. Sir, I just had this one question. Like, since the start of the World Test Championship cycle, we have seen that teams are, looking more and more for results. Earlier, draws were okay, but now draws are frowned upon, if I may say so. Do you think that affected the pitches and that affected the way batters used to score runs? Has the batting average kind of dipped because of that, sir? Have you ever felt that during the course of your time?
Definitely. Yes, definitely. It has, without any doubt. What you're saying is absolutely right because of the WTC. Each and every teams are producing pitches where you want a result. Even if you get results in, say, 2.5, 3 days, still teams are okay with that. But you don't want a draw. And because of that, the quality of cricket kind of is affected because Test cricket is always about having a contest between bat and ball.
Of course.
So you need to have the right balance. It can't be just in favor of batters. Neither it can be in favor of bowlers. Test cricket is played because one is you have a couple of innings, and why you have a couple of innings is that there is enough for batters as well as bowlers. So I feel that because of the WTC, the quality has gone down in a way, but at the same time, WTC has also helped all the teams for the survival of Test cricket. It has helped Test cricket immensely, without any doubt, because every team is looking forward to that WTC final. And once you win that, it's like winning a World Cup trophy.
Great. Sir, just a couple more questions if there is time.
Quickly.
Yes. So, 2018, 2019 Australia Tour and 2020, 2021 Australia Tour. Which one's your favorite? Can you pick one?
For me, both. But personally, yes, as a batter, I've enjoyed batting in 2018 because that was first ever victory on Australian soil. So, that's the series I will pick. But at the same time, even if you look at 2021 series, there were so many players missing. Despite that, we overcame so many challenges and won that series.
Yes. Great. Sir, over 7,000 runs over 100 tests. Is the fire still burning?
Yes, definitely it is. Because as long as I'm playing cricket, doesn't matter which level I play at, but I enjoy this game, and I'm working hard to maintain my rhythm, to maintain my fitness, and be in touch with the game. So whenever I get an opportunity to play, whether it's at domestic level or at the highest level, I'm ready for it.
Great. So one last question to both of you. From your journeys, if there is one takeaway that you would want to pass on to the next generation, what that would be as a professional cricketer and as someone who has seen a professional cricketer from very close quarters, what would that be?
For me, I would always say that for a young cricketer, the priority has to be to play for the country. We are in an era of white ball cricket where white ball cricket is more popular. And franchise cricket is also very popular. So, yes, you should aim for that. There is no denial that you shouldn't be. I'm not saying that one shouldn't be aiming to play IPL. But at the same time, while you are playing the IPL, if you are a successful cricketer in the IPL, then you should aim to play for the country in all formats. Not just, I'm not saying Test cricket, Test format is the ultimate format, but at the same time, you should try and represent your nation and try and give your best when you are playing for the country. So I would the one thing I would say to any young player is that continue playing cricket for your respective franchise. You'll be successful there, but at the same time, try and be successful. I mean, try and aim to represent the country.
Great. Puja ma'am, you?
Yeah. So I would just like to say one thing that, the days of success are less, and the days of failures are more. Failure teaches you a lot. So one shouldn't get bogged down by it, or one shouldn't, get disheartened. You have to try and persevere and stick to whatever your passion is, whatever your calling is. And eventually, you will find success. But you can't get carried away by success as well, because nothing will last, change will come. So you have to stay and have a very, very strong set of values or strong set of family, people who are close to, like, have a strong set of people who humble you, who ground you, because they will help you, they will help you even when you are at the top, and even when you have hit rock bottom. So just have a very close knit of people who no matter where you reach or how good you are doing, they shouldn't have two ways about telling you the truth in a very, very in a way that they don't consider who you are, or there's no air around it. So just be the only message I would just like to say is hold on to your relationships with as much as honesty as possible. At the same time, it is a very, very deceiving, success is a very deceiving thing. It doesn't show you the true picture. The true picture is only seen when you also see some success and failure together.
Thank you so much for your time, both of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'll share the link when the story is out, sir, in a couple of days.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.